Hello, Evertonians. Welcome to Follow Everton. I'm Ryan, channel host and admin. I'm not in the studio today. I'm just relaxing with this breaking news that Everton have signed Carlos Alcaraz, the Argentinian midfielder, was on loan at Everton last season, and I thought he was a really good player. I think the fee is believed to be around £12 million. And what's thrown me off a little bit, it's only a 2-year contract. 2-year contract, and he's only 22 years of age. Seems very bizarre to me. I'll come back to that in a moment. I want to know what everyone's thoughts are. Initial thoughts on the news. Sorry. I'll get the comments up on the screen as well. So Emma EFC, bargain. Thank you, Emma. Prince Rupert, what did we pay? Roughly around 12 million, apparently. Danny, hopefully only the first piece of good news. Yes, we hope that's the case for sure. Okay, so Carlos Alcaraz signed on loan in January. We all thought it was a bit of a panic. We weren't quite sure how much research we'd done with this player, but Kevin Thelwell brought him in on loan. And there was apparently a clause where we had to sign him permanently if he played X amount of games. Well, we've signed him anyway. He was fighting with Decore for a lot of the times, and I prefer Carlos Alcaraz to Decore in most of the games, except when we're playing against the very, very top teams where we need maybe another defender in there. I think Alcaraz was really good in away games, particularly against the likes of Brentford away, where Beto should have scored about 3 goals off the back of Alcaraz, nicking the ball back off them, driving forward and playing a really nice pass through. There was plenty of creativity from him. I think his attitude was quite good as well, clearly. And David Moyes didn't really want to play him every single match. He favoured Decore, who we've let go, ironically. And we've gone and brought in Alcaraz. Now, I believe the stats are Alcaraz played about 750 minutes for Everton last season, which is the equivalent of, it's not a lot of games. It's not even, it's like 6 matches, isn't it? Or 6, sorry, my maths is way off there. Like eight full matches, equivalent of 8 full matches. And I think he got, I'll confirm now, actually, 3 assists and 2 goals. So I think that's a really, really good return considering the amount of minutes he's played. Over a full season, you expect him to probably get double figures for goals and assists. He's really, really talented young player. I think it's exciting business for us moving forward. I don't necessarily think he's going to be first choice in the number 10 position next season. I think we're going to go and sign more players, potentially in that area. Number 10, wingers who can maybe also play in attacking midfield as well, and maybe strikers who can drop in as well and link the play. So it won't be a shoo-in that he's going to play 38 plus games next season, but I think it's a really good signing for Everton. For me, it was a no-brainer. Now, what's thrown me off slightly, as I mentioned before, is this contract length, just the 2 years. Now, normally you have the issue of PSR. I'm not too into the football finances, but I know that if you sign a player for 12 million on a 2-year contract, it's 6 million a year amortization on the books. If you sign him on a 4-year contract, it's 3 million. And his book value decreases year on year on year. So let's say you'd signed him for 12 million next year, he's worth his book value is 6 million or whatever, and the more we sold him for, the more profit we'd make. Anyway, I don't know an awful lot about the football finance side of it, but it just seems a little bit strange. We've been harping on about PSR, and one way to impact your PSR is certainly the contract length, how the deals are spread over multiple years. So for me, it's a little bit strange. I want to know what people think about that. But it's certainly the start of some transfer business. It also does look like Liam Delap won't be joining Everton. He seems to be going to Chelsea now. I don't know who's advised him to do that. He's going for the instant, quick payday at Chelsea. Probably a massive contract, Champions League football. He'll just be another number there. I think he's obviously a Man City ex-academy player. Could have maybe wanted to come back up north to the northwest and sign for Everton. And I think we made him a very good offer where he could then move on in the future to a Champions League club for a certain amount. But look, he's gone to Chelsea for whatever reason. He feels it's best to pursue his career there, and it's more of an instant step up. But does he want to play football or not? And then maybe you could argue Beto's quite a decent striker at Everton. And are we going to keep looking for more? Would have that been us with our new number 9 for next season? Would all our cards be in Liam Delap? Is he that good? Because I think he only scored 12 last season, of which quite a few were penalties. So is the guy, are we paying for potential? I'm just going to look through some of the comments now on Alcaraz. I want to know what people think about the 2-year deal. Prince Rupert, 2 years is odd. Emma, 2 years, wow. Peter Duggan's talking about Jonathan Davids. Don't think that's in our remit. I think he's a level above what we're looking for. Thank you, Eugene. Happy weekend to you too. I'm just about to get ready for work very shortly, so this isn't going to be a long stream, I'm afraid, guys, but there is 150 of you watching. I do appreciate that. Tommy, maybe that's what I thought. Maybe PSR isn't an issue now. We can just kind of do what we think's right. But doesn't this put a lot of risk on Everton in many ways? 2-year contract, let's say he has a good season. There's no guarantees he signs a new deal. And the following January, he can start negotiating with the clubs about a free transfer. So that's a bit of a strange one on my part. The same way you could argue a 2-year deal, does that help us? Because what if he flops and, we can release him, but we're not paying big wages out? But what would make you think he's going to flop? Because he's only 22. You've seen his goals and assist output. He was very decent at Southampton as well. Huge potential in this player. Wants to do well. So I don't see why there'd be that major risk there. And then I don't quite understand it from the player's perspective either. Surely he wants the contract security 4 or 5 years. But then maybe has he only been offered like a low wage, 30k a week, for example, and so he doesn't want to sign for more than 2 years because Everton might not have given him assurances of contract increases. So there's quite a few aspects there to consider, I think, guys. I'll leave it for you to find out the answers, and I'm sure we will find them out in due course. Just before I go, I'll read some of these comments. A weird one, Ryan. Hi, Paul. I saw your tweets before. We're not protecting ourselves, but a 3-year contract would have given us some protection. I think 3 years would have been about right, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. 3 years would have been very reasonable. I don't think people would have batted an eyelid at 3+1, but I think 2 years is a bit of a strange contract. 3+1, after 1 year, you could sell him. If it doesn't work, you've still got some value there. But maybe they think they are protecting the club. Maybe they think he's not going to reach that level, or there's a risk there and they don't want to hand out a massive contract to these players anymore. Some of these comments are really funny. Yeah, Peter Duggan, Napoli are signing Jonathan David, and they just won the Italian league, so you can't argue with that. Okay, guys, that's it. Everton complete the signing of Carlos Alcaraz. It's only a 2-year deal, £12 million transfer fee, believed to be. I made up his signing. I think he's a good squad player for next season with big potential. I'm a little bit unnerved about the contract length. I don't know whether it's a good or a bad thing, but real pleasure to discuss this with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Thank you.